Mrs. Diego?
Take your hand off my arm.
Excuse me, my mistake. Last night, at least 10 of your son's friends OD'd. Your son says he got the stuff from you.
Among other things, my son is also a congenital liar.
Tennessee's?
Sure, on the court in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, that's real motherly. Your kid's in detox. 10 kids are dead, and you're gonna meet this bitch on the court in 10 minutes.
Listen, I'm sorry about my son. And I'm sorry about his friends.
I could tell.
But the fact is, I've done everything I can do for him.
Excuse me. I hate to keep bothering you, Mrs. Yeager, but there is more.
You listen to me, Miss Ravioli, whatever your name is. You put your hand on me one more time, I'll make you a solemn promise you wish to hell you hadn't.
You know you're right. You are right, Mrs. Yeager. So why don't you just tell me where you got the stuff from? Mrs. Yeager.
Now you get out of my house! Do you hear me? You get out of my house! Oh!
Now, Mrs. Yeager, everybody knows in the state of California it's against the law to hit a police officer, so I'm afraid you're under arrest and I've got to read you your rights. Understand? You have the right to remain silent.
You bitch! Ow!
You have the right to speak with an attorney and to have an attorney present during questioning. Hey, you know, Mrs. Yeager, I don't want to arrest you. All I want you to do is tell me where you get your stuff, and I'll leave you alone. I'll leave your house. That's all I need to know. Come on. I'm sorry about the window. I don't like coming to people's house and disrupting their lives. All I need you to do is tell me where you buy your stuff.
You think you can get away with this? Are you?
What's your problem? I come over here to tell you about your damn kid, and what do you do?
Damn it, get your hands off
around
me.
your
Damn living room. Somebody help me. Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me. Get your help you. Thank you. Now take her. Go.
Get her.
Get her out of here.
Christ, I can't let you go anywhere without me, can I?
In overdosing, and he says he knows a lot about Jordan Willis, the fact that he goes back all the way to high school, he knows the drug habits that happened within this circle of friends, and that he often says that Jordan was a supplier for that. Of course, this is an allegation from Caleb. This is not something that's been independently confirmed from law enforcement, but he says he has a theory about what happened, and he thinks that Jordan is responsible. Take a listen. A lot of times I'm hearing that David Clayton and Ricky were like brothers. Jordan was kind of off on the side.
Mm-hmm.
True?
Jordan's a chemist, bro.
Jordan's what?
Jordan's a chemist. They all knew him as that. It was easy for them to go have fun, but he up. He made a mistake. Jordan was the chemist. He's a scientist, right? He does what he needs to do. And now, to use my cousin, my best friend, as a guinea pig? No.
What about Alex Lee? What do you know about him?
I know him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any idea that he might have brought drugs?
Hell no.
No?
Jordan had him. Jordan was one.
So you don't think any more attention should be paid on Alex Lee?
Alex Lee is a good man. He's a good man. Alex Lee is a solid. He was one of their best friends forever. Jordan is somebody that is known from high school as like creating drugs for people to make them feel better in certain situations. Okay, well, you want to do this? Okay, I'm gonna make this for you. I'm gonna make this for you. I'm gonna make this for you, and handing them out. At this point, the country knows what's gonna happen, right? What the toxicology reports are what they're gonna reveal. We all know that, okay? Who is the one that gave it to them? And who is the one that needs to be held responsible? Where did it come from? The police are doing their job. If it takes time, it takes time. I will never tell them they're not doing what they should be doing. They're doing the best they can. It takes time because you want it to be correct at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. And that's what I hope, is when at the end of the day it comes out, comes out correct.
And when you think about it, there's a difference between Jordan and the three men. Those guys had relationships, they had children, but I keep hearing that Jordan was a single guy who had a house, who had access to drugs, and so it would make sense that those men might go there and use drugs recreationally. Of course, we don't know that for sure until a toxicology report comes out, but all of my sources are saying just about the same thing, that this is very normal activity when surrounded by Jordan.